Hello there, everybody. It is me, Spar, back with Rule the Waves 3 as France, where currently we are just kind of waiting until we hit the next war. It looks like the cask class are starting to get old. Some of these ones are starting to get the O tag. Actually, I was gonna say that I could see the democracies, and I did get corrected on this. The way you say this is democracy, not democraty. Um, it is apparently said the same. And I was worried that, oh, these might need a refit. No, it looks like I refit them in 1912. I'm gonna mothball all the old pre-dreadnoughts in 4th Battle Division to get more monthly budget. Um, I will reserve those cruisers right now. I will keep those, that set of cruisers active. And I feel like I'm gonna reserve these destroyers for now. Just to save a little bit more money. All these are old, that's a problem. I'm probably going to want to replace all these at some point pretty soon. Um, given how old a lot of them are. That was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to open the design for rebuild on these. Um, would be nice to get a central rangefinder in for them, but they're only 700 tonners, so let's just send them in for a regular rebuild. So what I wanted to do this video session was design the I'm gonna skip the 1917 build program, design the battleship and battlecruiser for the 1918 build program. Um, Currently, major war threats are with Germany, definitely to a high extent, and if Germany joins, there's a good chance Austria gets involved. Italy to a lesser extent, and does Italy have an alliance? They do not. But it's more likely that Italy and Austria will go to war, and then, yeah, that probably winds up in a weird situation. Japan, who has very low tensions with us, but very high tensions with and very high tensions with our ally Russia. So yeah, those are kind of the three major threats to go to war with right now. Oh, interesting. So this is unrest level. That's how they do it. Um, so I'm gonna start putting low spying on Japan here, just in case. And actually, I'm gonna check what they have. So they built. That's actually a decent battleship. That's competitive with the 5, soon to be 6 I have. Um, Their battle cruisers aren't really anything great though. Currently, the Congos actually look good though. The Congos are catching up to what I'm building. So yeah, the carrier Glory is about to enter service. And the battleship Mirabeau is about to complete. And yeah, I need to get a new battleship, a new battle cruiser under construction. I do see I actually have 3 new cruisers under construction. I do need to get a new set of destroyers under construction, probably another group of like 4 or 6. Sub-wise, I might scrap some of these older subs, like these 3. I should actually probably order some more subs. So, yeah, not many, but let's just get a small number ordered. Um, yeah, so what I want to do, design a ship. I'll start with an auto design for a dreadnought battleship. And I'm going to go to 17-inch guns. PDS-2 is fine. I'm going to clear the superstructure and clear all of these, or remove all these visuals. Let's get maybe 180 6-inch guns. I do want twins. $20 guns would be good. I do want all or nothing. I only want 2-inch protection on the sec bat. 40,000 tons. I will go inclined belt. Hmm. I'll go with the 4-inch. Hold on. Let's go 12.5. Actually, hmm. One consideration is to only do a 7-gun ship rather. No, I think I want the 8-gun ship. How do I make this work? No deck extended. This. I'm gonna get rid of the X turret. Okay, so is this something? Okay, I'm allowed to do this right now. So this layout is available. This would give me what, about 14 inches. Yeah, no, go 12.5. That looks better. Let's lose. Yeah, let's lose some secbat. Oh, hold on. That's some extra weight. We're gonna go down to 5-inch secbat. Okay. Okay, I quite like this. So where do I want? Let's do 20. Let's do 20. Secondary or let's do 25-inch guns, just so that she can effectively deal with destroyers. So she does have an immunity zone against her own guns, which is good. She's pretty expensive, and do note that I am intending on basically buying 2 ships of this cost. It's just the second one will be a battle cruiser. Um, and yeah, the battle cruiser is probably only going to have 6 guns. I don't know if that's going to be in 2 triples or if that's going to be like in 3 doubles. It might be 3 doubles, honestly. I want more turret top though. I'm now realizing I'm gonna go like with a 5-inch turret top just to make sure that it's better protected. Yeah, and okay, so custom colors. I want something about here for the deck. Just add a bunch. Okay, secondary gun. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, do an auto place again. I'll probably move them around here in just a moment. Yeah, now I gotta take a look at French battleship design. Unfortunately, at the point we're talking about, French aren't really building any battleships. The Normandies were what? Norm the Normandies didn't get built. I know that. That was what they were designing roughly at the time. Wait a minute. What if I did quads? Legal? That's legal. Okay, and allows me to get better armor. Yes. That's a good amount of weight saved, actually. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, let's get more armor. And, okay, good, that background noise is not coming through the mic. Or maybe it is when I talk, but it's not coming through normally. There's a lot of background noise right now. So I apologize for that. And go 120 shells. I actually want to get a little bit more speed. See if we can get her up to like 23 knots. Yeah. It might be good to go reliable engines if possible. No, I'll go normal. Okay, so how were... Oh god, the Normandies are actually kind of cursed in their design, although part of that cursedness is, because they had casemate mounts, which the ship really doesn't have, so I don't think it would be designed in the exact same way. What was the successor Leon class, and then they had the Dunkirk class. Eh, I'm trying to think of how to properly make this superstructure look good. But because it's French, I wanted to commit to a very heavy tumble home design. This feels exactly like something the French would build here with the quad turrets. Actually, weren't they planning something like this in World War II? Oh, so then. Okay, yep, there we go. We have the bit of tumble home. I'm gonna position this turret a little bit more aft. Position this turret maybe a little bit more there. I think the secondary battery guns are in fairly okay locations. I'm gonna add a little sponson to them. I want Dreadnought or late Dreadnought. I think I want Dreadnought era. So I don't think that these main turrets need to be sponson at all. Be funny though. Well, I actually kind of like that look. Yeah, I'll add in the sponsons. Okay, so funnel wise, she would likely have two funnels, maybe even three funnels. How fast were the Normandies supposed to be? I'm curious now. About 10,000 tons heavy. Yeah, they're 21 knots. I'm gonna do three funnels. Set position of, let's get a little bit more inboard. Set position of gun there. And set the position of gun. Eh, maybe more here so that, I can actually have a boat deck in. I'm not gonna have these as evenly spaced out funnels. I'm actually gonna bring this one kind of forward so that, midships here I can have a boat deck. Very quickly, I am going to add anchor chains. Maybe not. What? Well, the Normandies don't actually visually have anchor chains as far as I can tell. I'll do an angled thick hollow maybe. Yeah, that works. Um, I'll move the A turret a little bit more forward. I feel like somehow this ship is less cursed than the historical Normandies were, which is frankly kind of difficult to achieve. Let's get a big break or big ass breakwater. Actually, set it a little bit more in front. Okay, so if I pick a name, what names are available? Which name did it grab here? Grab this one. Um, okay, so if I go down, so I take it a lot of these are these, I'm trying to figure out, are these like the names of a lot of the pre-dreads, or are these, no, these aren't. So I feel like some of the names which got used got put later on in the list. Some names which haven't been used are, you know, up here on the list. Um, like yeah, okay, that's a dreadnought list. I think calling this ship France would be fun. If I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, I like that. I like doing that. The pick feature is really nice, by the way. I'm glad that they included that. All right, so now, um, I want to try to model the superstructure. Probably a little bit like more of a, I guess, a built-up Normandy, if that makes sense. Actually, uh, do two's position a little bit further back. That might be a really big version of kind of that forward structure on Normandy. Yeah, it is. It's probably a little too big, actually. I want you about there. That, that. Go a little bit out here. Okay, and that would be roughly where a mast is. Okay, um, I suppose that works. In this case, I think all the boats are going to be back here. Although I probably should have... I made a mistake. Can I move this down? I don't think I can easily. Let's put it on structure 4 instead, I'm thinking. Be close. Be close to what I had. Down there. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's now fixed. So now with structure 2, I can use it as a like a lower layer if needed, which I probably will. Um, although it should actually be a lower layer with some of these guns on it. So pick up 2. What I want to do with 2 is I want to do like probably more like this with it. Okay, now with structure 3, I want to do what I was doing there. That would be more like this. Um, well, it kind of gives me a nice little spot for a couple of cranes. Um, so 4 is that. 5 can be back here. 5 will be Normandy inspired, but not quite the same. Um, and then I have no idea what to do with structure 6 at this point. Actually trying to think, where do I put it? You know what? Here's what I do with structure 6 is that I make this part. Okay, and now I can start using all the decorations to just really add to this. So let's start with boats. How many? Okay, I have 16 secondary guns. So if I need to fit a float plane on this, I think I could. Um, Actually, let's set the rest angle that way. No, hold on. Set it to 0. Okay, let's do a regular. Actually, the thought. What if I do this boat here? Your position more there, and then mirror that one. Then add in. I'll do a boat 30 with ends and center support. Over here. Mirror that. And then I'll add another couple of boats. In this case, probably 28-foot with divisions on top of these ones. Okay, I think that looks good for the boats. We'll do crane 2. Rest angle 180 for now. Yeah, we'll do 170. So there's the cranes. There would be some consideration about having some boats kind of over the side a little bit. Oh, I'm really thinking about doing that though. Maybe like a 25-foot. kind of hanging over the side. Set rest angle to 1. Okay, so now I need, let's see. Um, so I know historically France isn't using like tripod masts at this time, but I've started putting tripod masts on my ship, so I'm gonna use tripod masts. Um, is there a director somewhere? I think there is, but I don't know where it is. Oh, a rangefinder. It's not a director, it's a rangefinder. Let's do like a 25-foot range. What sort of rangefinder we'd have? I don't know. I'm looking at the rangefinders on the Normandy and or the planned ones on Normandy. And that is their rough location. It's just a little bit off. So maybe like a 15-foot. I'll avoid the rangefinder. Screw it. Let me get a rectangle in here. Maybe a rectangle square. Let's try a 16-foot square. Out there. I think that'll work. And then on top of this, I can do a tripod mast. I'll be doing these ones with triangle platforms. Um, but on the aft side is still going to be a regular pole mast. Actually, I'm gonna do a I'm gonna put down another rectangle square, make it a little smaller, maybe a 10-footer, and set that position there. I will mirror that and then remove this one so that it goes over the square. I'll actually set the position of this square a little bit further back. Okay, I think that works for the forward superstructure. Gotta do the aft structure now. So I'm gonna start by probably copying that 10-foot square, putting it about here. It's a little bit more built up. And the aft structure is not yet gonna be a tripod mast. It will be more of a pole mast. So I'm gonna do a mast fighting top, mast fighting top with a cross tree. Although that's a little big. Mast fighting top with cross tree medium, maybe? Yeah, okay, I think that works better. One, thank you. Although, let me set its position maybe a little bit more here-ish. And then I'm gonna do on top of this a mast pole. Mast pole with simple cross tree. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. I might add one more visual to her, and that would be a rectangle graded medium. Yeah, rectangle graded medium, kind of on the stern for like a little bit of lighting. All right, there we go. That would be the battleship France. Design completed. Save and finish. And with that now completed, let me go in and design a battlecruiser. So I'm going to start by autogenning a battlecruiser. Oh, I do like having unit machinery. A lot of guns. Yeah, she's way under armored though. That's kind of the issue with this one. So go to twin mounts and 16 auto place. And we'll probably do the unit machinery so that she does take less damage from engine hits. Go up to 17-inch guns. Get rid of the get rid of that. Honestly, I think my current consideration is for doing this. Like a 12-inch belt. No Tershbat. 50, at least 15-inch turrets. Okay, so she's not. Hold on, let's clear the superstructure. She's not as bad as I was honestly expecting. Can I get an extra knot out of her? I can if I really need to. Like, she has some protection against her own guns. Maybe I'll deprioritize deck a little bit. Honestly, I kind of want twin turrets. I don't know. I don't know. I think it is a better idea to do, the triples here. Yeah, more weight savings and ship cannot be identified as a why? The belt? Oh, is it? The belt was too thick. Alright, so less belt, more deck. Okay then. So pick a name. These are all the names we have. Kind of like Toulouse. So yeah, this is very much gonna be a battle cruiser version of France. Ditching basically two of the guns for more speed. I get the deck extended down to 1 and bring the turrets up, or up armor the turrets a bit more. And that's kind of the point of this ship. Is, to be the battle cruiser equivalent of France. So yeah, I wonder how Britain's gonna feel about this one. I mean, not Britain, but like, anyone who I could potentially go to war with. I guess Britain would be not really one of those nations, but they're kind of one of the leading nations right now. Well, I mean, they are always kind of one of the leading nations. Okay, and then I mean, it's France or it's French. It's gotta have a lot of funnels. So, first two funnels there. We'll get kind of the boat deck area, and then I'll put the third funnel more there, and then the fourth funnel more here. So we get two nice pairs of funnels. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I want kind of the deck to like cut down slightly. 6, 7. I have enough room, enough space for it. So she won't be, properly flush deck here. How would I do this? X19? Then I can do this. That's all one structure layer right there. Okay. Structure 3 will be, a little kind of this shape again. And I'll actually add a little bit of structure kind of between the two funnels. Structure 4 will once again, okay, not quite once again, but gonna be this. Structure 5, I will want to build up some of this kind of aft area here. Um, if I do like this. Then the structure 6 will go on top of here. Thinking. So, how would I start structure 6 back there? Then do something like that. Okay then, time to start adding visuals. Anchor chains, battleship angled thick will work. And those things are not big actually. Maybe straight thick. I think that might actually work a little bit better here. I need a breakwater. Do a 60-foot. Actually, let's set the position of these a little bit further back. I'm wondering if you could like legitimately classify this thing as more of a fast battleship than a battle cruiser. Alright, let me get a, I was thinking about getting a rectangle going, but I'm actually thinking maybe a CV elevator would look better if I do a, what is it? Like a rectangle. Okay, what is this? So this is the biggest one. Okay, so the second number is length. I was trying to remember that from last time, but I couldn't remember which one was which, so I had to spawn one in. We'll do... I actually want it to be wider than it is long, and none of these are that. This one is that. But that wasn't the right or a good color. Actually, those would be here. What are you? How is that gray? I don't know. Yeah, so let me just grab a CV elevator rectangle here, but there don't look to be any great ones, so I will grab maybe... I mean, this would be vaguely square. That's too big. How about I grab, smaller one? Yeah, of course, like a 22 by 44. Still too big. Where is it? Not where is it? Where's a good one? I'll grab the smallest one they have. Screw it. Yeah, okay, put that there. That kind of works. Um, I'll set that a little bit further back, actually. And that's kind of going to be where the cranes wind up going. But, let me put some boats in. Okay, 30 foot with ends and center support. I'll do maybe a 30 foot with divisions. 28 foot with divisions. Behind that. And I'll add a smaller, like, regular 25 foot boat. Kind of more there. So I want crane 2. That's what I'm switching over to now. Set rest angle to 180. Set that there. Set the rest angle to more like that. And mirror it. So now I need, what is it? Oh, you know where I should have put the little thing here? I should have moved it over here. Oh, I'm kind of regretting not doing that now. Oh well, I think the drop down in deck here will still work. Make this not quite a flat deck ship. I'll do a 14-foot square rectangle. And then maybe a 10-foot square rectangle. And I'll actually add a 12-foot square rectangle somewhat aft. Okay, so the 12 foot will go somewhere. How about there? And then the 10 foot will go up here. Then on top of that, I need a mast tripod, or mast tripod with cross tree and triangle platform. And that would go, we'll go about there. I'm actually gonna pull this first forward funnel a little bit further back, just so I can fit this in better. Okay, and then I want a same thing as I did the last one, a mast fighting top there, and then a mast pole. That this guy's position. I'll set it back here actually. Okay. So this looks a little bare. I think that's okay. I think that is the battlecruiser Toulouse done. So save and finish. It'll take a while to assemble, and then I'm gonna do one more quick design. Okay, so I want to design. Oh, hold on. What the hell's going on with the hull? Um, cannot have speed for 21 knots. Okay, so this would cost me 3,000 a month to build. Um, I could probably refit her up to about 24 knots, I'm imagining. Actually, if I do coal, I think if I do coal VTE, she'll be easier to rebuild. But yeah, the thought would be, do I want to try to get more CVLs out? If the answer is yes, then the idea is to. I'll do the oil turbines. Then the idea would be to, build a couple AVs. It costs me 3,000 a month. The other two ships are gonna cost me about 4,000 a month. Um, Currently I could have two of these building, and if I lay down the other two ships, I think it is doable. It's not greatly doable, but I think it's doable. And I will, yeah, okay. Um, yeah. So I think right now, actually I could throw down two AMCs. Oh, they have mines on them. And then, once they are done, I'm gonna convert those into CVLs if I can. Okay. I can start moving turns now, but I'm probably not gonna move many. Um, I'll try to get the AMCs designed as carriers. That's how far I will go. Mirbo is commissioned. Gloria has finished her reconstruction. Um, I don't think I'm gonna go to war with them yet. And now we have single dual purpose mounts. Um, I think that actually does impact the design of the two ships I have constructing right now. Will it? Um, do you want to delay them like an extra month? I can probably delay them an extra month. Oh, did Germany lay down more battlecruisers? Yeah, I think they just did. To Hindenburg class. Everyone is building scary ships. Britain has some scary ships right now, but I don't think anyone else really does. That's a little scary. Okay. Yeah, money-wise, I'm up in cash right now despite literally building 2 AMCs. I have somewhat reduced the fleet readiness. Anyway, you need a new commander. Someone who is unassigned, preferably who's above average. And then you assign ship to 2nd Battle Division. Alright, there we go. 2nd Battle Division is now filled out with the Charlemagne class. It's actually a little tougher than 1st Battle Division. We get these cruisers rebuilt here. Oh god, so many old destroyers I need to rebuild. Actually, in terms of destroyer tech, where am I at? Okay, so it is, you know, it is similar to this, but apparently I can get super firing turrets now. So I want to get a single turret. I'm gonna get rid of the L to a B. A unit machinery does not make sense. Oh, if I pick names, we do have a little bit of a theme here. So we got, yeah, I think a lot of those are kind of thematic with each other. Oh well. Position that turret about there. What if I sponson B? Don't sponson it. Okay, so graphics wise, I think the first thing I need to do is move. Oh no. I need to move a funnel and move a bunch of superstructure back. 3, move structure 3 to about there. Maybe there. Nope. Okay, move structure 5 back. Maybe about there. That position of. Nope, not you. That position of this pole to about there. The positions of those circles. Positions of boats. Trying to position that turret a little bit further back, and then move this layer back to about there. do. Let's do this. I think this will work. Now get me another good 1500 tonner. And then these armed merchant cruisers will basically complete just when, you know, these designs are about to be. I'm gonna say ignore. I'm gonna say ignore. Oh, I should add glory to the other division. War has broken out between Italy and Austria. I will sell that to them, even though that there's a good chance that I'll fight them soon. Ooh, 16-inch guns of quality 0. I'm not gonna redesign my battleships to take advantage of those. Okay, new fighter-wise. Range. This one has the best range, best speed. Not quite the best maneuverability. Yeah, let's get a new class of destroyers laid down. Maybe 6. What if I do 8? What if I do 8? So like 2 flotillas. That's like 2 flotillas of 4. And I should probably be building larger docks as well. When are the cruisers coming off the slips? They're coming off pretty soon. Okay, 3 ships have finished working up. 12 destroyers have finished their reconstruction. So the cask class is back. So who can I piss off? Do all relations. So Italy and Austria are at war. 3 nations I can piss off are Germany, Great Britain, and Italy. I would love to do Japan because that's you know, the likely next target. But so is Germany. Let's just do prepared to safeguard. Superimposed turrets on CA. Anti-aircraft artillery is found out. A bunch of other nations are pissed off at us. Imagine if we wind up in like a 3-way war. Okay, so division-wise, sign ship. Oh no, hold on. Assign this ship to the 2nd Carrier Division. 2 AMCs are almost done, and I wanted to go in and reserve the cask class of destroyers. Some of these ones are old, but they're at this point coastal patrol ships, so I don't really care that much. Yeah. But yeah, I want to get the carrier rebuild done, and that's kind of it. Oh, okay. Someone lost a commander. So 2nd light cruiser needs a new commander. That will be a CA. Because that's kind of what I have right now. It does not seem like I have particularly good CFs right now. Um, just cause some concerns about the future. Ooh, 18-inch guns. Ready for operational service. Oh, hey, I forgot to research a new plane. Tensions. Okay, Germany's not as strong as us. Italy reduced. Oh god, Britain's the highest now. That's not who I want to fight. I'm gonna say I want to rework both you know what? No, it's just refitting dual purpose guns on afterwards. I think I build them as is and then later on refit the dual purpose guns. So there we go. They are laid down. And the last thing I wanted to do is open design for rebuild. Place machinery. I assume, can you hit 25? All form will not allow for 25 knots. Right. Auto carrier conversion. That looks kind of ugly. Try again. Um, they're all bad. All right. Guess I'm gonna have to convert these myself. Uh, remove all visuals. These will not be the best of CVLs, but you know they will be something. So air capacity. Hold on, I can do dual purpose guns. Now I can do an S&T single turret too, which I will do. Flight deck. Means that this could handle up to. Ooh, okay. Fire control's not the best available. It's not gonna let me get the best available, it looks like. Um, could build it with reliable engines. I could avoid that. My thought is that I leave her with extra weight so that if I can or that I could technically convert her into a CV to get a really early CV if I need to. Um, hold on. Position these turrets. I'm gonna do these in like kind of two sets. That could work. Position turret. Okay. Fire control not the best type available. It does not let me change, unfortunately. So, let's define structure 3 as that. No. I will do structure 5 as that color, and then no, structure 4 and structure 5. These guys should probably be this color. So 3 things I want to very quickly add at the start would be these. NNCVL red. And I'll probably have to rename these 2 ships as well. Once they come back out. I will see what I can read or, you know, suggest names for CVL as. But yeah, let's do kind of 4 here as the superstructure. I'm gonna bring up the image of Bjorn again. Oh, you know, Bjorn is still a very different ship to what I'm building here. Oh, oh no. Ah, that works. That works fine. Okay, so then for structure 5, let's just kind of... how do I want to handle this? I'll just kind of go down deck and then back here. Wait, I have an idea. This is my idea. I will just kind of let it speak for itself. I go across, down. Let's go across there, back. And down there. She. How would I do that? Back up to about here. Out there. And then like that. Okay, there we go. That gets me more of the flight deck I was looking for. And I will try to actually add a plane this time because I forgot to on the Dissay class. Okay, so structure 2 I think will be kind of... Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Structure 3 I will use for kind of the outcroppings on the guns. Structure 2 will be the asymmetric part of the superstructure. And then on there. Okay, there we go. Okay, I actually think that's a very good superstructure. Put down on layer 3. Okay, so let's do layer 1 as kind of some of the smaller stuff. I go back down there. Let's run it there. We can do that. Cool. And then structure 2 will be an asymmetric layer built a little bit more over here. Actually, you know, it'll kind of go a little everywhere. However, I think a little bit of asymmetry is needed. So, like, I don't know. I'll... Screw it. How about I add, like, a little box sort of thing here. Kind of add the superstructure offset point about here. That's on top, actually. Okay, let's just do this. Um, hmm. How about, okay, I'm gonna do like that. And then let's snap it there. Bring it up there. Good enough. Okay, there we go. Oh, if I hide 4 in like 3, 2, and 1, how messy is that layer? I know. That's a pretty messy layer, actually. Okay, so then structure 6 will be, a little bit more over here. But I do like this, this, this. I'll go back down to here. Up in a little bit. Out a bit. I actually kind of like that piece of structure. That looks good. Okay. Okay, what happens if I add like CV Island 1? Oh, that's way too big for this ship. I'm already really liking how this CVL looks though. It's a converted merchantman. Um, so I will get a tan cruciform elevator up more forward. Um, yes, that's the smaller one of the two, and then I will get a rectangle somewhere more astern. Maybe a 36 by 44. About there-ish. Yeah, I think that works. Oh, interesting. This angle's just a little bit off. That kind of looks good, though. And then Do oval or asymmetric? I could do asymmetric ovals, but that's a little big. So I think I would need to get a something down here. Stack okay. Stack exterior. Nope. Hmm. So stack wise, I'm seeing oval, dark. Oh, that's actually looks pretty good. Probably want two of these though. I could either have a. No, I can't have a big oval. I probably need two. Okay. So structure 6. I actually kind of like that look. Come on. Whew, okay, that's done. Yes, I will be putting planes on the ship somewhere. Okay, let me get a oh, where is it? Just some rectangle squares. I'll probably need boats somewhere. I don't know where would be the best location. Maybe like here initially. Let's try a 10-foot square, see how that looks. Actually, I'm not gonna do that yet. Okay, here's my thought. How about I start with a rectangle graded medium? Or graded large. Let's see the difference in size. So a large would look like that. Yeah, I'll do a large. So I'm gonna put a rectangle graded large back here. I'll get rid of the medium. And that will be for kind of an extra visual layer on this. And then I start doing, what about a solid medium? Okay, I like how it looks, but I need something else there first. Maybe do a 10-foot rectangle as I was thinking about doing. I will mirror the medium, remove the current one, set this medium up out there. Need a mast. Here's what I'll do. I'll do a circle. Where's a circle? An 8-foot circle. And then I will do a mast pole on top of that. Mast pole with simple. I'll do a smaller one. So the smaller one would be the little one I made. Yeah, okay, that looks good. I'm thinking that I'm gonna add cranes. These will probably be crane 2s. I'm gonna remove that for now. Um, Let me add boats. Start with a 28-foot with divisions. I'll have a 28-foot with divisions hanging off the side there. Maybe a 25-foot with divisions up here-ish. What do you like a 21-foot boat? That's a little too. That was too small. Really, all I got. Let's do 21-foot with divisions up over here. I'll copy. I'll just add a regular 25-foot. Does that exist? Yeah, I'll add a regular 25-foot over on this side. And then I will do crane 2. A set position of that one over there, mirror it, and set the rest angle, the mirrored one to 180. Actually, set this one to 180. And now, aircraft. Okay, so I see CV jets. That's not what I want. This plane, or this would not be operating jets. This would not be operating helicopters. Where are the aircraft? Resting gear. Oh, airplanes. Let me figure out which one is correct. It's not gonna be 4. None of these look great. And 2 also would blend in with the deck. Are there any biplanes anywhere? Not sure I see any. Okay then, so, it's time to do something. Save 5 is an equipment shape, so I'm just gonna call this temp. Color 5, medium gray. Kinda like that color, medium gray. Get rid of 5 entirely. I'm gonna add in a aircraft visual. CV airplane 3 maybe. I'll do CV airplane 1 actually. Okay, so now structure 5 I'm going to use to build a biplane. How? I don't know. Actually I have an idea. So I will start here. I'll go turn off asymmetric superstructure. Actually, let me set the position for plane 1 down here. So this will be that good. So I think I will do maybe this. Go there. There. Hmm. back. Actually, go central. I can't get that extra point in. Okay, so go back out. I'd love to get that extra point, but no. Hmm. The issue is having to go up again here. But I don't technically have to do that. So, yeah, let's do this. Okay, that is really close to the correct shape. Let me adjust this a little bit. So, 5. No. 5. Right, I can't adjust points on that side. Good to know. Which means I might have to lay down the entire structure again. Actually, I probably could have scaled it. Oh, well. Okay, so I want to probably go out to there. How thick do I want the top wing? That thick enough? Do I want it a little bit further down? Maybe a little too thick. I think that's too thick. This doesn't quite fit on the elevator, though. Now it does. Okay. Go back there. Go there. Okay. Yeah, now edit everything again. So 5. Bring this in. Can't modify those. I can modify this guy. Bring this in. Stay there. Eight. 7 will be down there. I'll actually move 7 down a little bit. No. Honestly, that looks pretty good. Alright, let me maybe brighten this a little bit. Maybe not quite that much. Okay, save equipment shape as NN biplane. This has gone on for longer than I expected. Load equipment shape now. I need temp. No, and then okay, I'm wanting to make sure that layer 5 is fully added on. Actually, I will make a small adjustment to this layer. Would be here. Okay, yeah, I think that works better. It was a long episode now. Okay, so where is my biplane? There we go. Does that need to be resized at all? It might need to be. Okay, let's set the rest angle 350. Uh, Copy. Position of this guy a little bit more forward. Copy again. That rest angle the other way around. Actually, let's remove this one. Copy this again. Another one of these guys up there. Then I will copy one set rest angle to 0. Then on the elevator. Okay, I think that looks good. I like how that carrier looks. And last thing I will do is rename both of these as carriers, and when they commission or recommission as CBLs, I assume that they'll get some new commanders. There's also some thought about laying down like fast AVs if I can. That's a more expensive rebuild than I thought, but oh well. That'll, it gets me 2 more aircraft carriers. And it'll only be expensive for a tiny bit. We're gonna get stuff done. Let me quickly rename them. So if I go to CVL, it's just, okay, pick name, cancel, rename. It'll be that. Hey, if I hit build ship, can I actually just flat out build a CL if I hit show older designs? Because I'll just take whatever name it suggests and apply that to the other one. But yeah, this will get me 6 CVLs, like, early on. Allow me to invest heavily into carrier aviation early. That does not do that. Okay, let's oh wait, no, that's not what I want. I want to go design ship again. CVL, it's just a name. Yeah, I'll apply this one. And there we go. That is 2 CVLs laid down, a battleship and a battlecruiser laid down for the 19, the battleship and battlecruiser. I think I am counting as the 1918 build program, so I don't feel pressured to build another set this year because of the high likelihood of war. with multiple possible different nations. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching on this kind of long episode. This has been me, No Name 117 Spore. Um, there will be links to my Discord, Twitch, and Twitter down below if you're interested in any of the things, as well as a link to a community Rule the Waves Discord server. It is officially recognized, but not actually official. That's what I would say. Officially recognized by Naval Warfare Simulations, but not really by Slytherin or Matrix. And yeah. Also, thank you, Naval Warfare Simulations, Matrix, and Slytherin for allowing me to have the key for this. I'm gonna continue thanking them for basically getting me the game for free. I need to still purchase one. I've still not done that as of the end of May. I need to do that. God damn, I need to get off my ass and do that now. I've been so tired. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Make sure to save. I think I already did. Bye!